Hey everybody, we're back with video 2. This is a 10-cent tour of our Constitution, the stuff that's in it. We'll be reading the Constitution in class, talking a lot about what's in there, but we're going to do a quick overview for you guys so you understand all the major parts, okay? So, in your notes, guys, you'll see the section right here. It's going to be the after rights and responsibilities of the citizen. We have Constitution of the United States. It has all different sections on here, okay? And that's what we're going to look at on this part of your notes right here. So let's get into it real quick about our Constitution. So, first off, well, what's the first part, okay? The first three words are we the people, saying, who wrote this sucker? We the people. Well, 55 guys did, but they were technically working on permission of their individual states, okay? That's what they're saying. So that's where it says we the people, as like the people of the states make this new constitution, okay? We'll read through the preamble when we start here. Here's our picture of our people working in Philadelphia. A little sketchy. They did this in the summer. All the windows were shut. They couldn't write letters home, that kind of thing, because technically they were maybe committing a little treason as they were making a new government. Not sure they actually had permission to do that or not. So kind of a weird situation there for these guys. But here's our preamble, okay? The preamble, that first little paragraph, says essentially what the goal of the Constitution is. So it says who? Well, we the people, right? What does that mean? All citizens. Of course, back then, citizens meant white dudes over age 21 who own property. That's the only people who could vote. Why? Why are we doing this? We're going to do this to make a more perfect union, make our country as good as it can. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to establish justice, make things fair for everybody, ensure domestic tranquility, make sure our country's chill, everybody's peaceful, provide for the common defense, protect everybody from enemies, foreign and domestic, right? Other countries, people in the country, that kind of stuff. We're going to promote the general welfare, take care of everybody, secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Make sure this continues on and on and on for every generation to come. And what do we do to make this happen? Boom, we ordain and establish the Constitution of the United States. So we approve this and say it's a good document to go. That's that preamble part. Literally, we're saying why we're doing it. Think of it as like your standard almost in a way. If your Constitution is your assignment, these are standards it was supposed to be able to do. So going forward here, we have seven articles of the Constitution. Then we have our amendments as well. We'll kind of go through each part really, really quick here. So Article 1, if you don't know anything about Congress, that's where we want to go. Article 1 is Congress, okay? That's what we got to know. Who's in it, who can be in it, how often they got to meet. All those things are in there. What they can make laws about. Section 8 is one of the most important parts of this part. It says what Congress can make laws about. It also says in Section 9 what Congress cannot make laws about. So any question on Congress, boom, Section 1 is where you go. Article 2 is about the president. So this could be like who could become president, what the president's job is. It's not very clear, and it's changed out over time. It also says how the president is elected through electoral college and how every state has a certain number of votes. So it sets up that framework as to how we get a president. The third is our courts, our federal courts and our Supreme Court. Really doesn't say a lot here, honestly. It kind of says we have a Supreme Court, what you got to do beyond it, and what their jurisdiction is. Basically, what kind of things can they rule on. Even then, it's not super detailed. They also explain what treason is. Kind of cool. Okay, so those are three branches, Articles 1, 2, and 3. Article 4 then is going to be how do the states get along? At the time we have 13 states, now we have 50, but how do they get along? Do they have to acknowledge each other's laws? Do they have to take care of each other's crimes? Do they have to represent treaties, that kind of stuff, or laws back and forth between the different states? These are how the states get along and how the federal government and the states get along. This is not a perfect document. It was considered an experiment at the time. So Article 5 is all about how we amend or change that Constitution. And to date, that's been done 27 times. And the last part here is when the state and federal government disagree. So let's say Wisconsin and now national government disagree, whose laws you got to follow. And it says you must follow the federal law. The last article is about ratification. How does this thing become official? It became official when 9 of 13 states agreed. There's three big ideas that are present here, okay? And especially in Article 4 and in Article 6, and 1, 2, I guess that matters. So one is called the Free Faith Clause. Basically, states have to honor other people's marriages, contracts, decisions, that kind of thing. If I get married in Wisconsin, I'm also married in Maryland and Michigan, whatever else it is, okay? Divorce, same deal. Necessary and proper. This is in Article 1, Section 8, where it basically says that Congress has the authority to do anything it deems necessary to do its actual job. So it's kind of like a hall pass, if you will, to like do extra things than what is just listed there. And lastly, we have our supremacy clause we got to know. If state and federal law disagree, you got to go with the federal, all right? That's the basics. We're going to read that Constitution in class. Thank you for your time. You guys are awesome.